Story time. I almost decided to throw in the towel. Listen, there's this book called The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster, and let me tell you, entrepreneurship definitely be having me on a roller coaster. 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down, when I'm up and I'm down, and I'm up and I'm down, and it just is so consistent. The ups and downs are definitely consistent. And so a couple of weeks ago, I was preparing to do this workshop all about ConvertKit and email marketing, because I know that one thing a lot of people struggle with is setting up their email marketing platform. Not necessarily what to say, but just all the tech that goes behind the email marketing platform. Like, what is the automation? What is this? What is that? What is this? So I was talking to one of my accountability partners, and she was like, Carmen, well, how does this fit in the funnel? And I was like, girl, I don't even know. And I am all about doing things intentional. So because I could not figure out how this workshop exactly fit into my funnel and into the sequence of things that I was doing, yes, I was going to be serving while I did it, but I was doing all this and I was doing it for free. And I had no idea how it was going to impact the end game. So I got frustrated. It was one of those lows. Okay. Creating the workshop was definitely one of the highs. It is created. So she not going to go away forever. She coming back. But it was one of those lows. And I was like, you know what? Forget this. Why are we even doing all this with this business? Anyway. And then I decided to give God some room and to just let him speak to me. And y'all, the entire funnel was refunneled. And it is more aligned with who I am, where I am at this season in my life, and just everything that I needed. So we're going to talk about the funnel today. We're going to talk about building your own funnel and then the different piece parts that needs to go in that so that you can build a funnel that feels like alignment, because there's no use in doing all this busy work when it's for not. It's for nothing. So let me go ahead, pull up the iPad, and we're going to get into this whole funnel creation thing. Let's do this. All right, so I've got the iPad screen. You're going to be seeing me look down as I write, but just, I got to see what I'm writing. Okay. And I talk with my hands when I'm teaching. So let's get into this. So let's talk about this funnel. The first thing that you're going to need in your funnel is a visibility flow. Listen, my accountability partner says that your message isn't flawed. People just haven't heard it yet. So you need to create a system that is going to help you to be more visible in your business. So for me, within my funnel, that is YouTube. Let's change the color because that's fun. So YouTube, social media, even though Instagram, but social media and anywhere that your people hang out. So I know that most of my target audience, they're living on YouTube, researching information, or they are on Instagram scrolling. And I'm not about to get up and dance, so that's why I made that face when it comes to Instagram. Some of them are on LinkedIn. Some of them are on Substack. So they're all in all these different places. But for me, I'm choosing to focus on YouTube, social media, and my podcast. So all of these YouTube videos, there's an audio version that goes right to my podcast hosting platform, and that's how we do that. So once we have our visibility flow, then we need a connection flow. How are we going to build a connection with our audience, or the people that have chosen to maybe not buy in with their money, but buy in with their time, and by exchanging an email with them? How are we going to build a connection with them and nurture them? I'm going to put nurture in parentheses. So for me, that is getting them to my email list. So my email list, my lead magnet, yes, you're going to need a lead magnet here. Let's put that down. But my lead magnet is a quiz. And it is called the Systems Clarity Quiz. So when you take this quiz, you are going to get clarity on the system that is for the season that you are currently in and what it is that you need to do and what you need to focus on, what you need to work on building right then and there. So yes, my people are going to have a lead magnet. Hey girl, hey, we interrupt your video for just a second for a special announcement. If you're watching this video, chances are you've been looking for some type of clarity, and clarity has come to you. I help educators turn entrepreneurs stop duct taping the back end of their business so that they can experience more freedom and more joy, letting go of the overwhelm that comes with burnout and the overwhelm that comes from technology. All you need is a little bit of clarity, and that clarity is going to come in less than 2 minutes. All I need you to do is click the link in my bio or the show notes or the description box wherever you are watching and take the Savvy Systems Clarity Quiz. This quiz is going to show you exactly where you are right now in your systems journey, because listen, there's levels to this, and it's going to show you your exact next steps, what it is that you need to focus on so that you can keep things moving in your life and in your business. Can't wait for you to take the quiz and let me know what you think. All right, now back to the video. And that is my systems quiz. Once they take the quiz, it prompts you to put in your email address. And from there, they get a 7 email sequence that just tells them more about what I do. It helps them to get even more clarity because I include even more resources in there, just so that they are good with where they are. After that, so the way that I have the quiz set up, there are 4 results. So result 1 has its own nurture sequence. Result 2 has its own nurture sequence. Result 3 has a sequence. And result 4 has a sequence. So because I have all of those different results from the quiz, they each have their own sequence. Everybody gets a playbook. Everybody gets information tailored to them. That's the personalization piece about it. And then from there, they get different offers. So if you're at a result 1, you don't necessarily need the same thing that your people who are at result 4 need. There are different levels. Listen, there are levels to this. So there are different levels, so they don't need the same thing. And so from there, but from within the connection flow, then we have the conversion flow. So you want to give your people the opportunity to come and seek your services, whatever that is. And that nurture sequence, after you've had some time and they've gotten to know you through your emails or videos or whatever it is that you share with them, once they've gotten that opportunity to spend some time with you, then you want to create that conversion flow. You want to be able to convert them. You want to have something there for them to buy into, whether it be a course or maybe it's having them book a call so that you can get them on a strategy session. Maybe it's having them book a call because you want to book them into your higher tier offer. Those are all things that you can do to get your people to convert. These are the 3 basic flows that I feel like everyone needs starting out. And then once you have converted them, you have a workflow where you're onboarding them, but then you want to retain your folks. So we've been visible, we've been able to connect with them, we've converted them, and now we want to be able to retain that relationship that we have already built with them. So that is our retainer or retention flow. Now, at each one of these, there are different resources, there are different technologies, different systems that you might use or that you might need that are going to help move people from point A to point B. So, as said at the top, YouTube and social media, well, how are you getting your people or your content onto YouTube? How are you getting your content onto social media? Yes, you could just go post it, but what are you using to create it? Are you using Canva? Are you using Adobe Express to create your content? Are you using a social media planning platform to help schedule your content, like Planoly or like Metricool or Later, or there are a whole lot of them. Hootsuite, I think, is another one. Once you get to the connection flow, what is your email platform? How are you building this relationship with them? Not just nurturing them through that email sequence, but nurturing them on an ongoing basis. Is that ConvertKit, or excuse me, which is now just Kit? Is it Flowdesk? Is it MailChimp? What are you using so that you can nurture your audience one to many instead of having to send off one-off emails all the time? Also, what is your rhythm or your system for sending those emails? How often are they going out? Do you have a specific content plan or what you're sending out and when you're sending out? These are all things that you want to think about when it comes to creating a system to connect with your folks. And then your conversion flow. What is it that you're doing to send people from point A to point B? Where are your checkout pages? Where are your payment processes? Do you have Stripe? If you're selling a course, are you using Kajabi? Are you using Go High Level? Are you using Thinkific? These are all things that you've got to think about, all systems that you want to make sure that you have in place to help move your people from point A up here at the visibility all the way down to retention. So all of this together, going from visibility to connection to conversion to retention, this is all one big system because you can set it up one time and it's going to run over and over and over and over for you. Does it take some work? Absolutely. And you've got to get some clarity on what it is that you want or you need or what's going to happen at each stage. You're going to need to create subsystems within this system. So yes, you're going to need a visibility system. You're going to need a connection system. You're going to need a conversion system. You're going to need a retention system. These are all systems that you're going to need in order to really make things flow. I know that when I say system, a lot of people think of technology. But when I say system, I'm not necessarily talking about technology. I'm talking about the repeatable processes that happens within these things. The technology just supports us in these things so that when if you're still working full time, so maybe you're in a classroom teaching something, you are able to get leads on autopilot while you're working. Maybe you're taking a nap, yet that cha-ching is still going off because you're able to get clients or earn revenue while you are doing the everyday things that you enjoy because you have specific systems in place. In the next couple of videos, I am going to be back showing you how to map out a subsystem in each one of these systems that we've just talked about. So in the next video, we're going to talk about your visibility. And then we're going to talk about how you can connect with your people. And then we're going to talk about converting them. And then we're going to talk about returning them. So we're going to go through each one of these over the next couple of weeks so that you can start to create and build the system that your business needs to support the season that you are in. Listen, we not out here burning out. We're not doing all that. We are creating systems that allow us to have peace, to have prosperity, so that we can do the things that we enjoy. Okay, so that life is sustainable because we didn't start a business to burn ourselves out, so that we can do the things that we enjoy and live the life that we are designed to live. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Peace.